welcome back to Ravenport Farm. I'm Hitman 82. I'm joining a bunch of people here. Oh, watch where I'm driving here. We've got Mike. Hello, Mike.
Hi, Hitman.
And Rickster. Hello, Rick.
Howdy.
Squirrely. Hi, Squirrely.
Hello.
And Sean. Hello, Sean.
Hello.
All right, and we've got a busy day. Fat is away today and unable to join us. He's feeling under the weather, so... Oh, darn. Hope he's feeling better soon. We're scrambling around. There's 5 of us, but we're just at a point right now where there's not a lot for everybody to do. There's not a lot of contracts. We've got the game speed on slow. Not the games, the crop growth speed on slow. So it's taken a little while to get things to do. And so we tried speeding it up, but we're just, if we do that, we're going to lose a bunch of stuff. So we're going on slow growth, and we're just going to tackle the things as they come up. So you get to see us kind of working on a living farm. So as you see, I'm doing some weeding here. Rick is over on a purple farm doing some seeding. He's seeding canola on field 16, was it,
16.
Rick? Okay.
Yeah, 16.
Mm-hmm. And Mike, you're going to give him a hand with that seeding, with the bigger seeder?
Eventually when I can go and actually get some seed. I can't fill up with the seed that's down by their store at the moment, so...
Oh, just because it's owned by a different farm?
I'm guessing so.
Yeah, that's...
The limpkin you have to open up.
Oh,
You have to hit X.
Simple question, can
They've
someone
uploaded it.
someone get me some solid fert?
Which farm are you on at the moment?
Ads at the minute, but I can switch.
You should
How
be
many
able...
bags you can need?
Go ahead, Rick.
How many bags?
Enough.
Sounds like he only gets half a bag. That'll teach him, Rick.
I'd love to see you conjure that up, to be honest.
Well, I'd have to come over there and empty half of it out, but that would be a lot of work just for a little bit of trolling.
You got the little spinner?
There's a train coming.
No, he got the big one. He got the lime spinner.
I can get the littler one, I didn't realise it was there.
It throws farther.
I'll swap. Do it. I suppose that it's trying to get used to not having drive control.
I think Fad hates drive control. I'm pretty sure he hates drive control. I don't know why. I don't understand that. You just, once you get used to it, you don't even notice it.
It's using a wheel, it's harder to use non-drive control. Because the force on the brake.
It's Squirrely here working on a spraying contract. Is that correct? Oh, I think he wandered off. Says he's still driving. Maybe he muted himself. Anyway,
Here.
oh, there he is. So you're doing some spraying contracts then?
Yes.
So what happens if I run this over this? No, it's not doing anything. How does it look like the whole field needs to be? Yeah, I think we have to have a look at that. Clickety click click. This controller's so loud. Anyone else using an Xbox 360 controller? Yeah.
Nope. Mouse and keyboard from me.
So at what point can you no longer use the weeder, like the actual weeder? Is that going to kill crops, anything that's above the surface?
No.
So I can...
I'm not 100% sure, but on my single player, the weeds have at least 2 growth stages, it appears. Once they flower, the finger weeder won't work. You have to spray them with herbicide.
Okay.
As long as they're in a small stage and the crop hasn't gone to harvest stage.
I gotcha. Okay.
If the
well,
crop's gone to harvest stage, you can't do anything.
I've got a lot more weeding to do than I thought then. Oh well.
At least that's been my experience so far. Like I say, I haven't run into every scenario yet, so.
Okay, well, we might have to get another. Is this the largest? Yeah, I think it is the largest thingy for the heck is this called? Weeder.
No.
Did you get our red one? That's the smallest one.
Oh, is it? Oh, the smallest one.
I think there's a blue one, it's the biggest one.
Yep.
And we don't
You
have
can get
that.
this farm manager.
Yeah, man, go and go
You
spend
you
my
have
money.
that on the other map.
Oh, I can't keep track. Oh man. Oh, weeders. Where are the weeders? Yeah, man, go spend more money because he's impatient. $45,000. Well, I'm gonna return this weeder to you, and then I'm gonna lease the small weeder, or I mean the big weeder temporarily. I just can't afford to purchase. If I bought it, I wouldn't have any reserve money at all. So, because I'm assuming that at some point somebody's gonna be saying I have nothing to do, and I'll still be
I
weeding
have
this
nothing.
field. You have nothing to do?
No, I'm fine. I've just been a pain.
Ah, well, I should have known.
Should have known, really.
It's someone who names himself Victoria.
I didn't name myself Victoria. We're not getting into this right now.
So, who typed it in for you?
I believe that is the wonders of an iPhone.
Ah, Mike, you type it on his iPhone.
Oh yeah, always.
Oh yeah.
You weren't there. You don't understand.
Oh, craziness.
Don't know what was with the creepy voice.
I don't know, but I'm gonna have nightmares now.
Oh well.
Oh well. Not as bad as Rick. Rick in his scary voice. No, Rick, no.
Oh, come on.
No, not even a little. Okay, you probably have the field done by the time I get down to the shop and spend a bunch more money.
We nearly got this field seeded.
Yep, then we can fertilize it.
Weirdly, I think the many hours I've played on this game today, I've only ever done one.
Done one what?
One job. I've fertilized a lot of fields today.
Well, that seems to be most of the game.
Yeah.
If you do contracts, everybody wants
That's all I've
fertilizer
been doing.
twice.
On the other server, fertilizing everything.
Aren't you sick of it?
He's doing what, 48 meters or whatever it is.
Yeah, not the same without it. Can we have a 48-meter sprayer, please, Hitman?
Well, just let me pull this money out of the place where the sun doesn't shine. No, no money left there,
489,000?
sorry. We spent enough money. Well, having said that, I'm gonna spend more money.
Yeah. We've spent enough money as he clicks by.
Well, this is like $2,300. How much are you looking for?
489,000?
Yep, I don't think, no. Yep, I don't think, no. Alright, so how
Favoritism.
heavy is this gonna be? That's right. Well, you just use the tools you got and be coy. You keep that up, you're gonna be running a weeder. Let's see if this thing's, no, it's just for weight.
The way I'm doing with these contracts, I will be.
It's alright. Go
I'm
through
on my setting.
Race. So, I been playing a little bit of Space Engineers, waiting for the next Eco update, and I watched a couple videos on YouTube, which I don't normally watch videos. And this guy Chris Voss, he's an ex-FBI negotiator. Wow, just the psychology that goes on. If you're into that sort of thing, into seeing how these kind of negotiations go and just how they actually negotiate, his videos are pretty good. Christopher Voss, Victor October, Steven. There you go, VOSS. Anyway, yeah, pretty good videos. There was another one I watched was oh, there was one. It was a defense attorney in the States, and he was basically the premise of the video is not to ever say anything, because even if you're innocent, you can say things that will incriminate even an innocent person said in innocence. So your best bet is to do what your lawyer tells you and shut your mouth. So I thought that was a pretty interesting video. That was a really a synopsis there, but that was what it came down to at the end of the day. So that was interesting. Why am I watching this stuff? I don't know. I think it's allergy season, so maybe that's why. It makes my brain funny.
I'm gonna say them words, Hitman. I've got nothing to do.
Well,
Unless we have a forklift and a flatbed trailer.
No, you can come over to Blue Farm, or go over to Purple Farm, pick up the weeder, and come over to Field 11 and help me.
Will do.
That'll teach you.
On my way back.
And how you doing, Squirrely?
And
any contracts left to do?
Nope.
transport ones.
We're both in the same boat. He took my last one.
Well,
I'm starting to wonder if we should, if Slow is working on good on single player, maybe we should bump it up for this multiplayer thing.
That could be.
So that things are happening a little faster because there's more people to take care of it.
The only thing I don't like about that is that we end up missing things, such as weeds on our fields and that sort of thing. But the only time this is running is when we're on here as a group playing it. So I don't think we'll miss out. Like, for instance, we're going along and there's weeds on this field that I'm on right now. Well, if I wasn't here and nobody wanted to play on the blue farm, it's possible then those weeds would be missed. And then when I go to harvest, there's weeds on my field. That was the premise why we were only on a slope. I don't see that as being a problem, to be honest. So yes, I agree. Maybe we should move the speed up to normal.
At least bump it up to 1 to
Yeah, that
normal
would be
or whatever it is.
normal, I
Just
think.
to confirm there, in your argument against speeding up time, you've decided that speeding up time would be a good idea.
It wasn't the speeding up time, it was speeding up the growth speed.
I knew what I meant.
Okay. That means because often we're sitting here waiting for contracts, we're waiting for waiting for things. By speeding up the growth stages, I think it'll keep us clicking along a little better. There'll always be more stuff to do than there are people, is what I'd like to see happen. So yeah, let's move that up to normal. Somebody.
I take it by the cedar beam part, but the seeding's done as well.
Yep.
Is it?
Yep.
So everybody's done except me. Yeah, well,
Yep.
I spent all my time shopping. Well, there's one weeder. If you give me a hand with the weeding, I don't really want to spray the field with herbicide, so yeah. Anyway, grab the other weeder, give me a hand, and once we're done that, we'll speed up the time. It may take us into night, but c'est la vie.
Train's coming, Victoria. And you just destroyed that crop.
Yeah, no, I realised.
What?
I clipped the edge of the field driving around Mikey.
Oh,
May
so
have broke a little bit of crop.
it wasn't on field 11, was it?
No, it was
Ah,
that
okay
field.
then.
You don't need to worry.
I'm not worried. I'll let Fab worry. I'll tell him to make
You
sure
just
to
have
watch
to worry about it when he comes up in a minute to do the weeding.
Well, he can weed on if you weed on the east side of the field, there's no crop there. I've got row tires, so I'll do the part that's got crops already.
That would have made sense. I should have swapped fence.
Oh well.
I've
Okay.
got one with row crops.
There's plenty there that you don't even need those wheels, so you're good.
Yeah, I see it.
You can swap with me. I'm just fertilizing the field. It hadn't been just been planted, so.
Well,
Do you come to
that's
think of it, at the growth
unfortunate.
stage you don't need wheels.
You don't need wheels. How are you going to get around?
Fly. You knew what I meant.
Magic.
Got
Aladdin's
that in me as
tractor.
well.
All right, so hopefully we won't take very long on this, and then we'll have other things to do. In the meantime, I don't even know if we have stuff to even do the transport missions, unless you just use the tractor.
This one does.
Well, do you? Oh, you have a front loader.
Yep.
I
Bought it
mean-
last time, remember?
Okay, I think the tractors I purchased them with the attachment, but not with actually purchase the loader. But well, I mean that's something to do while we're waiting. Oops, I missed that. I missed that. Die, weeds. Weedy sons of guns. Die. Like ants in a greenhouse. They need to die too. You don't want ants in your greenhouse. Not if you get any wood in there. Well, okay then. Somebody else should say something because I'm just going saying crazy stuff now.
What's new?
Well,
The-
somebody. Did anyone do
The
anything?
Weeds are just
Go ahead.
weeds are just now starting on 16 that we just planted,
Well, okay.
or at least
well,
a little corner of it anyway.
we can weed that as well then before we're off.
Must be progressing down the map still.
Hmm.
Surprised there's not a contract on field 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
Made one.
Go over and buy the field and make a contract for it. That'd be neat if we could contract stuff out to each other.
Hmm.
Like I make a contract here to weed field 11, and then somebody could take the contract and do it. Let me see. What else can we work on? Be nice to buy another field. Just don't have the money.
Buy some more money.
Yeah, let's buy more money then. How do we end up poor? Oh, Hitman. What was I thinking there? Gotta have the biggest of everything.
I must admit you did start on field 11.
Yeah, yeah. And then buying the bigger equipment. But I imagine next season we'll probably end up with, I don't know what's going to be available for Classic, if anything, but maybe we'll go a smaller scale. I realize that that's what Purple Farm's doing now, but I also, the seeding got done because we brought a big seeder over, so can't exactly say it's not using it. We can say
So,
it, but
do I hear that Hitman's going to be using a 1 meter plough then?
Ooh.
you never
On
know.
11.
You never know. Oh, on 11, no. Crazy, not stupid. Well, that wouldn't be. Well, actually, would that be stupid? I don't know. It depends on what tractor you use, because it could cost you more to plow it than with a small plow than it would with a, because of the fuel and running costs.
I think you should use a 1 meter plough with a Bud 747.
That sounds crazy enough to be one of your ideas. Yep.
600 horsepower one for a plough. Would be unfair.
Why
And you get about 2 melted gallons.
Sound like that equals a broken plow somewhere along the line.
Or plough. I think the tractor's wheels would do more ploughing than the actual plough would.
You're probably right.
Did I miss that, or did that just grow in there?
I'm not sure, but it's definitely a triangle shape here.
Oh, I think, okay, I'm going across, yeah, that's right, I missed that. It's because I followed it a different line back. It's okay. We'll be done this field within a few minutes, I think, so, we'll be able to, speed things up.
16 just has a little tiny triangle here, so
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
it's progressing down that field still.
all right. So we'll sort the weeds on the fields we own, and then we'll bump the speed up. Like I said, it may mean we're doing a bit of the episode here in the dark, but I don't know. We're always in the dark, right? Oh yeah. Especially on vanilla Minecraft, we've been recording that. Das and I. So our plan, we didn't start off this episode, well, right before we started, we already had a plan. We were going to, we had 2 people were going to be going around mowing the grass and making silage bales, and oh, by the way, the grass isn't ready. So that kind of, and that was like, what, 2 minutes before we were going to hit the record button, and when we realized that, so yeah, kind of threw things for a loop. So I'm kind of wondering if maybe we almost need a 3rd farm on the go. Maybe
You
we'll
got the
think.
BGA one.
Yeah. Well, just like a farm with fields and its own equipment and everything, that we just kind of work on that one too. But is 4 the maximum?
8.
8. Oh wow. Okay.
Well, you could run a 3rd farm as a backup plan when we have nothing to do on the main, and then just 50-50 the money every now and again.
Yeah. Or just run it as its own, and then as long as we're
As a
loaning the
standalone,
equipment
yeah.
from it and stuff. Yeah. I'll talk with Thad about that next week if I remember, and if somebody else remembers to remind me, because I won't remember, and we'll discuss it and maybe we'll find that it works better with multiple farms. Because yeah, I mean, we don't have a lot of fields right now, so we're doing so much for contracts. We got generally 5 or 6 people on each week here, and we got more bodies than we have tractors. So we'll get that sorted maybe.
On your point before, I've just come up with an even better plan.
Oh gosh. Okay, good. Well, let's hear it.
Instead of using the bid bud, because it is a bit
Oh,
oversized,
you're still on that? Okay.
we'll do with a Challenger with triple wheels, with your 1 for a plough on field 8.
Why? Why though? Why would you do that?
Because you want to sink 4 weeks of your life just to plough in the field.
Because you're dirt, that's why.
That sounds like a brew starting, so
It really does.
It sounds like something that Sean's gonna have to do if he keeps it up. Whoops.
Yeah, I will not be
Tractors,
doing
yeah.
that sort of. Me and Mikey were just talking the other day. Was it yesterday about the plough? Saying could we get away with putting a 5 or 6 for a front plough on with a 20 for a rear plough? Because there's no ploughs big enough in the game.
so
Well, how
basically
big you
the
gotta
biggest
go?
plough with a 5-furrow plough on the front. Tractor.
Yes. Making the biggest plough even bigger.
Suppose so. Oh, speaking of plows, we have added plows. Have we already added the 4-meter modded one last week?
After.
it was
What
after.
Mikey said.
After. Okay. So what we've added, speaking of mods, is we've added a 4-meter plow that actually plows and doesn't cultivate. Chisel plow. A modded, what are those ones called? The subsoiler. So it now works as a plow on missions that want plowing. And we tried it and it worked, and then also found an old John Deere 1600 plow that is 8 meters wide, and it plows as well. And it's a chisel plow, a toe behind chisel plow. We're trying to get away from these diagonal ones because they're just, I don't know. I find them aggravating, to be honest. Of course,
Well, especially the big one. The big one's just frustrating.
we don't want frustrating. That kind of kills the fun.
Yeah.
Is that the Salford one?
Yeah, that.
The non-reversible one is the one that's being a pain at the moment.
Yes, it is.
The
All right,
reversible
Royal.
one seems to be fine.
I agree.
Tail wagging the dogs. What that one does.
Alright, so anyway, so yeah, we now have two more plows that we've added. They're darn annoying to use.
And you talking about running another farm, you could also run it organic, so you don't have any fertiliser or
That's an interesting thing to try.
sprays to do.
Make it a challenge, yeah.
I like that idea.
Maybe,
Well,
maybe put animals on it so we have that to for the fertilizer and stuff.
I was going to say, if you get some cows up and done, you get a good amount of manure and slurry.
yeah. I'll talk with Fat about that. That sounds like a good idea. I like the idea of not using chemical inputs.
Gives you an excuse to break into animals as well.
And that way you don't have to worry about having to weed it and stuff like that on that farm.
Well, you can
When
still
you're
weed it
running
like
the
what
other
we're doing
two.
right now. This wouldn't
Yeah,
hurt
but
it.
it's a case of that if you don't get around to it, then it's not too much of a worry on that one.
Right.
There's not enough people on.
I know. We'll bring Stocko's buddy Ewan over to give us a hand. I haven't been watching. Is Stocko still doing videos, or has he stopped again? Or
He's still putting videos up, I think.
oh, good.
I haven't seen him live streaming recently, but he's been doing videos.
I just feel so out of touch with the YouTube community or our group. I just haven't been. I think it's ego killed me. I've used a bit of my life on that game in the last little bit.
You've used your life on a game where you live life.
Well, it's funny. I do stuff in eco, and then I go and do the same stuff in real life. Like, okay
so,
then.
So basically, you get your enjoyment out of doing something on a game, more than like then going out and doing it in real life, and then more than likely going back on that game afterwards and doing it again.
That's right. Which is why I liked Gold Rush as well, because I was doing digging on that, and at the time I was digging with my backhoe as well. But then,
So do you,
go ahead.
I was to say, so do you only play games that you do in real life?
Well, I'm playing Space Engineers right now, so
And
I
are you
am. I
building
do
a
dabble
spaceship?
with inventing. Well, like I invent all my ships. I don't use anybody else's, and I don't make them in creative. I design my ships in survival with things shooting at me.
Seems fair.
It's more challenging.
I don't think I've played on that game since pre-alpha or pre-beta or whatever it was.
Things have changed somewhat. Things are still the same somewhat. I mean, it's been a while. I mentioned about the backhoe. What was it? Where was I going with that one? On Gold Rush. Well, on Gold Rush, I've stopped recording that one, and the reason why is I lost interest in the game because, just like real life, not just like real life, but when I watched the show, it was how they showed it in the show, which is you spend all your time doing the maintenance, fixing the repair. Well, they weren't doing maintenance, so they were always repairing things. And I found it, maybe they've changed it since, but when they implemented a bunch of new stuff, so I was spending more time messing around trying to get, because my workers were fainting all the time, equipment breaking all the time. I'm there to dig. I play eco. I'm down in the underground digging. I play Minecraft. Guess what I'm doing?
Yeah, we know what you like with mines in Minecraft.
I love digging. I just that's what I like doing. I like digging. I like terraforming. I do it in real life as well. And so in Gold Rush, it was like, oh no, all I'm doing is dealing with this AI that was just, I mean, they'd faint at nothing, and it was just really annoying to me, and I just stopped playing it because the game was annoying and so fun. So yeah, I mean, yes, that was self-imposed. I mean, I was playing a hard mode, so, but I wasn't about to just stop the series and go back and start all over on easy. So instead, I went and played something else.
To be honest, with Gold Rush, I think, to be honest, to be an enjoyable sort of good game, it needs multiplayer.
Yeah, and they have no point or no intention of going multiplayer on it. So
Yeah.
when I initially bought it, I think I was talking with you about it, Mike, and I misunderstood. I thought multiplayer was coming, because if it wasn't, I probably wouldn't have purchased the game. So I misunderstood on that, and I bought it.
It's definitely a shame they're not going multiplayer with it.
But at the end of the day, if it had multiplayer, it would make the game, because that kind of industry, you don't dig a hole, then do it, then
Yeah.
ship it, then, you know what I mean, you don't fill a dump truck, go to wherever you need to go, empty that dump truck, then go back to fill another one. You have someone who does that for you.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. Well, I mean,
If
you hire workers. It's just they don't
Yeah,
actually do
do
anything.
anything.
All they do is change your stats
Reduce
a
the
little
number.
bit.
Yeah. That's sort of what I'm getting at. It's like, if we were playing like sort of the group we've got on here now on Gold Rush, you would have one digging, one or two digging, two or three trucks driving about, and then one keeping the wash plant run and loading.
Would that not be awesome? Like seriously, am I
Exactly. It would be
off
amazing.
base here? That would be awesome. I'd love to do that.
Yeah. Because
No,
what was there, 5 of us on here now, so you would just one digging, one loading, and then 3 trucks running backwards and forwards constantly.
what is that red thing? Is that a weed in the field? Okay, where are we at here on the weeds? Oh my gosh, we're almost out of time
Last
here.
one done.
You talking about the red dot? No, that's a transport mission.
Okay, it looks like we have a fair amount to weed over here, but we'll do that off screen because we are out of time for today. Sorry about that, guys. I thought we would. I thought we'd be done weeding sooner, and so I don't know how many of you have been standing there, waiting for something to happen. So that kind of failed on this one. But you can see, one thing about this game is with the organization, there's a lot to organize to get a bunch of people together and do stuff. And if you fail, which I did today, yeah, it certainly detracts from the fun, doesn't it? Oh well.
But that's one of the things with the weeds.
Yeah.
We've had issues with on the other servers. If no one's on, we've got to try and either look after everybody's field or
That's why they're
play
switched
without
off.
them.
Yeah, well darn. I'll lend a hand over here. All right, so I guess we'll wrap it up for today. Next episode, I don't know what we'll be doing, but maybe we'll see what we can get for some kind of mods or something. But unfortunately, with the money so tight, even if we get mods in, we probably won't be able to afford to purchase them. So we definitely need to maybe do some off-screen work, try and get some more money. Maybe a bunch of off-screen missions or something, but we'll see. So we'll wrap things up here. If you liked what you saw today, make sure you click like and hit subscribe and all that stuff. So we'll go through our outro. Mike, you can lead us off on that.
Alright, everybody.
And Rick.
See you later, folks.
Squirrely, if you're still there.
A good one.
Sean.
See you later.
And bye for now.